Okay, so you're thinking about moving, you're going to go to Dallas-Fort Worth area, but you don't really want to be in those big cities. You want to move out just a little further. How about Denton County? We're just north of the Dallas-Fort Worth area, and it's a simple, easy commute to Dallas or Fort Worth if you're in Denton County. Stay tuned. I'm going to tell you all about this market. Okay, so we are in a fall 2024, September 2024, and I wanted to tell you all about the housing market and kind of what's going on, because people are always like, okay, Beth, what's going on? Am I going to be able to sell my house? Can I buy a house? All that kind of thing. So, how much do houses cost in Denton County? Typically, the average right now, just average, $487,736. I got this information today from rockethomes.com, and I just thought it would be really interesting to get a third party look at how things are looking, and this is what Rocket Homes is saying. Okay, so that's the average, and that's based on the last 12 months. That's $216 per square foot. And then that's an increase of 3% from that time last year, right? So that's $14,149 difference. And so what we're seeing right now is that, if you saw in my previous report, is that home prices are being pretty steady right now, and we're not seeing a whole lot of increase or decrease, but 3% from this time last year. So that's kind of exactly where we've seen that where our houses have been, and that we're not seeing a loss in value just yet. Now, here's the thing. If you bought your house 2 years ago at the peak of the market, you may not be able to get out of that house for what you paid for it, because, it's just you haven't lived in that house long enough. So in my opinion, especially in a new home subdivision, you really, really need to live in that house like 5 years before you consider selling. And of course, things happen and job transfers happen, and we don't always know what that next year, 2 years, 3 years is going to be. But just, in all honesty, if you can stay in that house about 5 years, you're going to make money probably on that next end. So, but maybe not if it's under that 5-year timeline. So I've had people who are in new home communities, and they're kind of competing with the builders, and then maybe they get a job transfer. And really, that competition with the builders is very hard, because builders can lower the rates, they can cut the prices because they're big companies, and individual sellers typically cannot do that much. So that's kind of what you're seeing. So $487,000 is that average house price right now in Denton County. And then if we look kind of at that median list price, so there's like 1 bedroom here, 2 bedroom, 3 bedroom, and so it's like the change from 2023 to 24. Typically, you're not seeing a whole lot of houses that are less than 3 bedrooms. Sometimes you see a 2 bedroom, and maybe that's even in a 55 and older community where they don't need as much room, perhaps. You have seen a slight decrease in that 2 bedroom grouping. So the average of those is about $400,000. The average of a 3 bedroom is $390,000, 4 bedroom, $540,000, and then more than 5 bedrooms and up, $794,000 is what we're seeing. So that's just an average, and most of those have increased. Now those 1 bedrooms, look at that chart, that's crazy, have increased 14% in the last year. I would say because people's buying power is maybe a little less than it was a few years ago, and they have to get something a little smaller. But really, always wise to invest in yourself. Don't pay landlord when you can build that wealth in yourself. That involves a great credit score so we can get you into that house. And we always want to help you make money for yourself versus someone else. Okay, so median price compared to nearby counties. So again, if you're considering a move to the Denton County area, let's think about that and let's see what the differences are in the counties around Dallas-Fort Worth and kind of how that looks, right? So Dallas, the average sales price, $384,000. That has increased almost 5% in the last year. Wise County, which is west of Denton County, has increased 4.7%. So their average home price is $418,000. Denton County in general is at $487,000. So that is a 3% increase. Tarrant County is a smaller increase at $356,000, 1.6% increase, which is kind of surprising. And then Collin County average price is $529,000, and I think a lot of times that's higher. And they have not increased quite 1% this year. So that's very interesting to know. But Collin County's prices are generally higher, followed by Denton County, and then you'll get into those bigger counties like Dallas and Tarrant. So they have all kinds of ranges of homes, so they have a little bit lower average price there. And then how does Denton County compare with other places? So what we're seeing is if we just go and look at right now, average for all of Denton County, 410,000. And then a year ago, it was like 385,000. So we're seeing that. And we've seen some dips and valleys and that kind of thing, but you can kind of see where that's at. You can always go to rockethomes.com. You can get the Denton County map here, and you can plug in your own city, zip, county to compare locations. So I can always tell you zip codes in Denton County if you need that. Or if you have a certain city you like, or you want to compare like maybe Frisco to Denton or something like that, we can help you with that. And then housing supply in Denton County, we have seen a little bit of an increase in houses and not as many sales. So for September, it was 5,200 houses. August was 5,100 houses. That's a 1.3% increase from August, right? So just a tiny little bit. But I would guess if we looked at that same number from last year, that actual change might be a little lower. And then they do homes for sale by bedroom count, but we kind of covered that. And then days on market in Denton County. So last year, when the interest rates were much higher, the average days on market was 118. And now in September, when we're getting a few lower interest rates, we're at more like 74 days. And 2 years ago, I mean, that was a crazy 30 days on the market or something like that, maybe. So we're seeing that kind of fluctuate as well. But that is a 37% change from September of last year to September of this year. So what's next year going to look like? We just don't know that yet. I am a local real estate agent in the Denton County DFW area, so I'm here to help you. I study all this information and try to provide it to my clients. So if I can help you in any way, let me know, and we will be happy to answer any questions for you. I have a small team that we really like to help people, make them family for us, and just drop any questions below. Let me know what you think. If you like this information, please subscribe to this channel, and we'll talk to you soon.